What's up, guys? I'm out on the ice. I'm on one of my favorite pan fishing spots. I'm super pumped up to be here. I just put the Vexilar in the first hole. The fish are just stacked up down there. I haven't even put my line in the water yet. Just wanted to show you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the new tungsten drop from Clam Pro Tackle with a Mackie Plastic Jamie. I'm going to drop it down there right now and see what happens. The fish are stacked up down here. I don't think you're going to want to miss this. Stay tuned. Oh, my screen just lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh, there he is. Feels like a decent fish. It's my first pan fish through the ice this year. I'm super pumped. Yep. Oh, crappie. Oh. Nice crappie on Clam Pro Tackle. Let's get him back in the water. Gotta love it. So I just switched over, guys. I'm gonna try this ant drop with a white Jamie. And I'm gonna try the new Dave Gen's Legacy Series rod. This is a ultralight 24-inch rod. Oh, there he is. Feels like a decent fish here, guys. Oh, yep. Hard to tell because I switched from a light rod to an ultralight rod, so feels like a good fish though. Maybe a bluegill. He's circling the hole. Yep, nice bluegill. Not bad. It's a good fish. Clam Pro Tackle. There's a little bit of snow on the ice, so it's a little hard to tell, but I don't see any sign of anyone fishing out here yet this season. I think I'm the first one, and judging by the way these fish are biting right now, I mean, they're just all over this. Wow. Oh, got him. Another good bluegill, I think. Yeah, not very big, but he's a good eater size. I'll eat him. I'm going to take a few home for supper tonight, I think. You know, this bait that I'm using right now, guys, is the Jamie from Mackie Plastic. It's created by Ice Team Pro James Latica and the maker of Mackie Plastic, Scott Brower. I'll tell you what, they've created a star here with this plastic. I've caught more fish on these than I can even count. It's just incredible action. Simulates underwater shrimp. Got him. Crappie. him tonight. So today I've used a variety of tactics, variety of tackle, different tackles and stuff. Stuck with all artificials. I've been using the all Clam Pro tackle and Mackie plastics, but I've switched it up. I've used the drop jig, I've used the epoxy drop, and I've used the dingle drop and the ant drop. And I've been mixing it up with different plastics. I've had fish down here the whole time, and when I have fish down there and they won't bite, I'll switch my plastic and I'll, change the way that it's hooked. And then if that doesn't trigger them to bite, I'll change the plastic to a different, I'll switch from the draggy to the Jamie or vice versa. And then you're fishing a lot of times the same school of fish all the time. And so, eventually those fish, they get used to that, seeing that jig down there, and once they decide they're not going to eat it, you can keep it down there all day long and they might not eat it. So I've got other rods rigged up. I don't retie when I'm on the ice. I've got 5 rods with me today, and I have a different jig on every rod. And the only thing I have to switch if I want to switch my bait is going to be the Mackie plastic. And that's what I've been doing. I've been going through these rods, just switching it up. And I've been catching these fish from the same school all morning. I'm fishing in the same hole that I dropped in the first time when I got here. And I haven't had to move. I've had fish down here the whole time. This stretch that I'm talking right now with no fish, there's nothing on the screen right now, is the first time that I haven't had fish on my screen all morning. And I'm just cycling through those rods, mixing it up. And as soon as they see a different bait or a different presentation, the Mackie's hooked a different way, it triggers them to strike. So when you're out and you're on the ice, don't get that attitude of, oh, the fish just aren't biting today, because that's not true. The fish will eat. You put a bait down in front of their face and they'll eat it. It just has to be the right one. So before you switch jigs, I would suggest switching the way that your plastics are hooked if you're fishing with plastics. Sometimes I can take those, the spiky and hook it wacky, and for some reason it just drives them crazy. Or the Mackie, sometimes you want it so the tails are sticking straight out, horizontally, and sometimes you want it like today. It seems like they want it with the tails kind of sticking up a little bit, so they kind of hang back down. Switch your presentation before you give up, and I think you'll see that you're going to catch a lot more fish. And if you have the rods, I would suggest, I spent an hour last night tying up all the different jigs I thought I was going to use in different colors. I knew where I was going to go, and it's a place that I know. I fish this place a lot, and I know what the water quality is like here. It's slightly stained. It's not crystal clear, so I knew I was going to want to be fishing, mostly neutral colors, greens and pinks. And I threw on the white Mackie plastics. What's been working today, the Draggy and the Jamie, are the ones that I've been cycling through. And the early bite, it seemed like it was the ant drop, and then all of a sudden they wouldn't eat that anymore, so I switched to just the regular drop jig, and they hit that pretty good. But the minute I put the epoxy drop on, that seemed to be what they wanted. I don't know if it's that little jewel or what, but the red and white epoxy drop with the white Jamie Mackie plastic on there has been doing the trick. And like I said, this is the longest with no fish. So anyways, before you give up on the fish and start moving all around, cycle through some different jigs. And like I said, if you can get some rods rigged up ahead of time, you don't have to tie, because like today I ran out of propane. I forgot to bring propane, and that's why I'm kind of bundled up right now, because it's pretty cold out here. It's probably 0 at best. And the last thing I'm going to be able to do is tie a knot in a size 12 jig with 2-pound test line. My fingers just won't work well enough with no heat. So get all that stuff done before you head out, and it'll pay dividends once you get on the ice. That's good fish. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Nice one. I hope you enjoyed the video today. It's good to be back out on the ice making videos, and there'll be many more to come. So just do me a favor, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it if you did that. I'm trying to get the numbers up, so spread the word. Tell your friends about my videos if you like them. If you think they're any good, then spread the word about those, and get your friends to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to visit my Facebook page, Tim Moore Outdoors on Facebook. And we got a promotion going on right now with Ice Team. You can fish with the pros. All you got to do is go on the Ice Team Facebook page, like the page, and you're entered to win a trip to fish for a day with your local Ice Team pro, whatever one is closest to you if you win. And they're going to draw 10 winners. They drew the first one yesterday, and they're going to draw 9 more. So if you want to fish with me and you live close by, go on that page and like it. If you've already liked the Ice Team Facebook page, then you're already eligible to win. So you don't have to worry about that. Tell your friends. Spread the word, guys. And as always, be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. We're out here to have fun. Nothing's worth falling through the ice for. Be safe. Tight lines. I'll see you next time.